Hey guys, Big T here, and this is part 2 of my fallout shelter. In this one I'm going to show you how to get a whole buttload of lunch boxes. I'm running on a Mac, so you're going to have to figure out the differences on the PC. Shouldn't be a lot of differences if you're running PC. If you watched my first video, I deleted the vault that we had on there. We're going to create a new vault. I've already set the date back. You won't need to do that date thing. You're going to have plenty of lunch boxes. I like to have the date set back. Just if I need to jump ahead a day, if I've sent a character into the wasteland and I want to bring him back and I don't want to wait a couple days for him to come back, I'll just skip ahead. So if you want to do that, set your date back, create yourself a new vault. Don't worry about the number because you're going to be able to change that. Skip the tutorial. And once the vault is created, there we go. You don't have to do anything with it yet. Just get it created, exit out, and there'll be a break in the video here, and we'll jump over to the Mac. Back in a bit. Okay, we're back. I'm on my Mac. You're going to need a couple things for this step. You're going to need a program called iMazing. I'll put the link to their website. They give you a 14-day trial, so if you want to use it past that, you're going to have to buy it, which it's a good investment. It's a pretty good program. You're going to need... I use Google Chrome because it works a little easier saving the files. And then you're going to need this website, which I'll put the link in. It's the Fallout Shelter Save Editor. Now you might be thinking, Big T, since the update, I'm going to need to jailbreak and all this rigmarole. You don't have to. You can't access the file system anymore since they updated, but you don't need to. That's where iMazing comes in. What you're going to do is you're going to hook into iMazing, and here's my iPad. And what you're going to do is you're going to actually go into the backup of your device. So once you're all hooked up, just do a backup. Right click on your iPad or iPhone, do backup. We'll just do a standard backup. Now if you're using a Android device, you probably don't have to do this. Pretty sure you can get into the files. That'll be one of them things you just have to figure out. Now it shouldn't take long here, but I'll do a quick break here so we don't have to wait for this to back up. Okay, there we go. Backup's done. Now on the left side you have all these categories under iPad. We don't want to mess with those. That's the direct link into the iPad, and that's what's been locked out. What we want to do is go down to backups. There's our iPad backup. Click on it and go down to Browse Content and File System. And here's basically what you would have seen if you hadn't, if you were still on an old version of iOS. But now we can access the file system and the backups. It takes a little bit more time, a couple extra steps, but the end result's the same. So we want to go into apps, find our Fallout Shelter. Actually, I should have mentioned what you might run into problems with. I haven't tried it. You might have to set your iPad or iPhone date back to current date. If it didn't give you any trouble, don't worry about it, but I always set it back just so that I don't waste any time. So let's go into Fallout Shelter, Library, oh sorry, Documents, and there's our saves. The only one, I already changed my Vault 2 and 3. The only one we're going to worry about is Vault 1. Just grab that, drag it to your desktop. It'll automatically copy the backup file as well, backup save. You don't have, I don't think you have to change anything with the backup. I do anyways. Again, I haven't tried it without because I just don't want to waste the time, so I just quickly copy the file when it's done and rename it. So we can get rid of that. Actually, we'll do the edit first. So go over to Chrome, go to the Fallout Shelter editor, choose File, find our Vault 1. Now in here, you can change a whole bunch of stuff. Only thing I'm going to worry about is the vault number. I didn't give it the number I wanted, so I'm just going to change that. Lunchboxes is the only one we're going to worry about. I don't think you can go over 9,999. You would never even need them. You're going to use a couple thousand up probably, and that's about it. The rest of it we're going to leave the same. If you want, you can jack that stuff up. Dwellers, same thing. You can change the names. You can change the stats. Again, I'm not going to worry about that. You want to leave some of the game to play. If you jack everything up, you've basically skipped the whole game. So what we're going to do is we're going to just change lunchboxes. You're going to still get play value out of the game, because if I had a couple $1,000s to burn, I could buy all these lunchboxes anyways. So basically all I'm doing is I'm saving money. So when you got that, hit save. It'll quickly download. And let's just drag it out. Replace the old one. Now what we want to do is we want to duplicate this. Again, I don't think you have to do this, but again, I haven't tried it without doing it, just because, like I say, it's quick. All you have to do is duplicate the hacked file, copy the name, and rename it. There we go. Just that easy. So now we've got our hacked files. We just dump them back into our backup. Replace. When you do that, it'll automatically get rid of your backup. Throw the backup in there too. And that's all there is to it. Now all you have to do is restore your iPad or iPhone with that backup, and you're good to go. So I'm going to do that. I won't make you guys sit and wait for it. When I get back on the video, we'll be back on our iPad. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay guys, we're back, and we've restored our iPad, and everything went good. Now, you might have had to put your date back to current date to do that last step. If you did, and you didn't remember what you had your date set at, if you go to Vault List, it'll show you your last save. Just set your date and time back to that, or closely after. It works too. Once that's done, enter your vault. And there we go. 9,999 lunch boxes. So there we go. So basically you do the same steps as before. Build your power, water, get an elevator, some diner, and living quarters. Now, once you have all that, you can bring these guys in if you want. I don't. I go right to lunch boxes because you're going to get better characters through here. And those other guys, you can just dump them into the wasteland. So let's find ourselves a couple decent dwellers here. We'll fire through these nice and quick. Good weapon. What you'll notice is these legendary dwellers are really rare. So if you wanted to play this game legitimately, you're not going to see one for a very long time, unless you're lucky. And once you start seeing these characters, it just makes things a lot easier. If you didn't want to, if you want to play legitimately and you didn't want to wait, you're going to dump a lot of money in there. And I've got a game that I play that took enough of my money, so we're going to skip that this time. So there's our first. As you see, the stats on this character is pretty good. Legendary's even better. So these are the guys you want to put in your vault right away. This one, I think I'm going to just put her into the living quarters for now. She's not really what we're looking for yet. We really want a high strength character. Get that power going. Some good weapons here though. See if we can get a legendary one before we wrap this video up and show you what they're like. There's a good outfit. Actually, since we got that outfit, let's throw her in. That gives her maximum strength, that good outfit there. We'll throw a weapon in there too. There we go. Let's pop some more of these boxes open here. I might cut the video off and skip forward if I don't see one fairly soon here. There's another guy. He's good strength, so let's change her up. Throw her down there. This guy, he's got good strength, so we'll put him in the power room. Now you can, at the same time here, you can take care of some of those objectives. I'm not going to worry about it. There's your first pet. Pets are good for if you're the guys you're sending into the wasteland. Most of them are wasteland related. We'll give the cat to him. He's not going to the wasteland, but we'll let you take a look there. Little kitty. Pop a few more of these guys. I think I'm going to cut the video off here, and then I'm going to jump back when we see a legendary character here. So we'll have a break. There we go. We got our first legendary, Lucas Sims, and these guys have got pretty much. They still got a higher than other stat than the others, but they've got pretty much across the board nice stats. So we want to put them guys out into the wasteland. I did a fast forward rather than cut the video off, so you can kind of see what I was doing. We got a lot of weapons, a couple pets. So we've got two pets. We got Bruce the cat, gives us wasteland items. He's going to be the guy that we send with our new legendary. We're also going to give him a better weapon. And throw that one there. Actually, let's yeah, we'll leave that the way it is. So we got him all jacked up and ready to go earn us some items. We'll give him the potions, send him exploring. So there you go. That wasn't too bad. I've seen it take a lot more. That took us 25 lunch boxes to get him. Let's quickly Take a look here. Yeah, so you can start doing the objectives. Start building up your vault. I got lots of caps. So let's before I finish this up, let's show you what I normally do with our living quarters here. We'll load these guys up here. Alright, that has our storage room unlocked. So what I do is I throw 3 of these guys in a row. Now when you do multiple rooms in a row, they're going to join together up to 3. So you want to build in 3s. Then what I do is I throw I got a little bit of extra space, so I throw an elevator, and then I throw my living quarters in. Now what you want to do, I upgraded that other living quarters that I'm going to delete. Actually, let's put her in our storage room. The storage room is going to be the room that gets hit first when the raiders come. So you want the person in that room to have some good strength. Let's give Commander fatigues. Strength and endurance is good, and a really good weapon. And you want to fill that room up with as many as you can. Let's find him a good. Give him this gear. Throw an extra guy up there because we're gonna probably see some raiders coming pretty soon. Let's also give this dude the dog. So there you go. Now what you can do is when you get start needing more dwellers, maybe build a couple, 2, 3 of these 2-set living quarters. If you upgrade them, the higher level room, the harder the instance. So if a fire breaks out or cockroaches, whatever, if the room's upgraded, they're going to be a tougher fight. So let's bulldoze that living quarters. So that'll give us room for 3 of each of these. And then, like I say, I like to have production rooms in strings. So then we get some of those Mr. Handy robots. It'll be less of a waste. Throw the rest of these guys in here. And like I say, these guys count while they're exploring. So you can leave them out there, they'll die. And you can revive them down the road if you want. Got a couple more rooms. Med Bay and Science Lab, that produces those potions for the healing and radiation. So we want to build them. Med Bay and Science Lab. don't have anyone to put in there quite yet. So we'll leave that for now. There you go. Start of the vault. I'll play this a little bit more and see what kind of time we got here. We're only at probably about 15 minutes or so once I trim that video up. So I'll come back when I have this vault progressed more, and we'll go through a few more things. So there'll be a break and we'll be back. Okay, I think we're ready to wrap this this game up here. Just one last thing. We got our raiders coming in here. Like I say, depending on how high you've leveled up your door, it'll take them longer or shorter to get in. Now what you can do when there's fires or raiders, you can move guys to rooms, and once the problem is done, they'll just go back to where they were, which is kind of nice. Mind you, I've got my my guys in that room jacked up pretty good, so these guys don't last too long. And you'll get some coins from the raiders. So I've pretty much got all the different types of rooms here. We've got, of course, our med lab type room, and then we've got a radio station. You want to put your charisma dwellers in there. You can't rush this room, but it gives you a chance every hour of dweller showing up, and it'll also raise the happiness of your dwellers in your vault, so which kind of helps on that daily cap thing. The other last room type is training rooms. These ones on the bottom here, they've trained the different strength and perception, that kind of stuff. So you can start bringing your dwellers from the wasteland and put them in there, those low ones that we threw out there. Or you can level up your stronger guys that you've got. So I haven't even opened 100 caps yet, and I've got myself 3 of the legendary and 1 duplicate, which he's ready to send to the wasteland here too, so I'll maybe give him a pet. Some of this stuff here. Send them out. Now if you want to check on your guys out in the wasteland, all you have to do is tap on the wasteland and it lets you go through them all. These guys, these lower guys, they'll die within a day. Probably actually within a few hours. So these guys you can bring back and start training if you want. I'm just gonna let them sit out there until I get enough dwellers. There you go. Nice and easy. Not even 1,000 cap or 1,000 lunch boxes, and we're pretty much ready to start playing the game. Or you just keep opening if you want to collect all your legendary characters. You can keep popping them lunch boxes open. There you go. Let me know what you think of the video. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment. If you know of any games that you think I'd like and you want to see videos on, let me know. I'll try them out. If I like them, I'll do them. I know some of the guys out there, they're doing a ton of videos on all kinds of different games. I'll try the game out. If I don't like it, I don't even know if I'll do a review. If I like it, I'll do some videos. This one I might come back. There's not a lot more to show off on here. Once your inventory starts filling up, which it will quick, you can sell your stuff. What I normally do to start is tap on the item, hit sell. If it's worth 10, get rid of it. If it's worth more, hang on to it, unless you got a ton of them. Same with the outfits. Pets, you probably won't have to worry about selling them for quite a while because they're pretty rare. I'll usually keep one of each of these two. Kind of nice. You got a collecting thing like I do. That's pretty much it. So there you go. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, dislike if you don't. And I'll see you on the next one.